I filmed an OnlyFans video in my living room yet, so welcome to my living room. Marnie's here to help me out today, but as you can tell by the title, today's video we are going to be talking about the biggest problems on OnlyFans right now. There seems to be a lot, specifically all about my own personal problems that I have with OnlyFans, any problems that you may have starting out on OnlyFans, as well as problems with OnlyFans as a whole, because this is a pretty large and slightly controversial subject when it comes down to the new regulations and rules and everything, and a lot has happened. And I've promised you guys since I did my OnlyFans live stream about a month and a half ago, it's been a while, that I would make a full video addressing some issues. So here it is. I hope that you enjoy. Before we get started, I just want to mention that I do have a ton of OnlyFans content. So if you are new here, I will leave the playlist down below in the description bar, as well as in an iCard up above. I have maybe like 8, 9, 10 videos all about different topics regarding OnlyFans, so I highly recommend watching those. Also, if you are considering signing up for an OnlyFans account, definitely use my referral link down below in the description bar as well. And then if you need help starting out on your new account, I do offer promos, so DM me on Instagram or Twitter and we can get that promo set up. My response time is within a week, so please be patient with me just because I do get a ton of messages regarding OnlyFans promos. And then I also take the weekends off from doing this, so if you reach out on the weekends, I will get back to you the following week. One last thing before we get started, I do have OnlyFans related merch. If you've been here a while, you're probably very familiar with it. This is what it looks like on the gray crew neck. However, I think it looks super cute on the black hoodie, the pink hoodie, the white crew neck. So many options: t-shirts, socks, mugs, stickers. Check it out if you want. Add it to your wish list. The holidays are coming up, which is crazy. And then don't forget to share a photo of you in my merch so that I can repost it on my social media. I'm always so excited to see you guys in my merch. It makes me so happy. So today I'm wearing the gray one. I'm thinking about cropping it because right now I have it tucked into my jeans, but I think it would be super cute if I cropped it as well. I think that's all I have to say before jumping into today's video. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, as well as subscribe, because I do post a ton of OnlyFans content as well as content not related to OnlyFans. If you're not here for this, I always shout out the first comment on my social media, so be sure to have the bell turned on and follow me on Instagram so you don't miss out on that. With all that being said though, I have a list of all the problems regarding OnlyFans that I could think of on my phone, so I'm just going to pull that up right now and we can get started. And honestly, it's a lot. The number one problem on OnlyFans that I have on my list, it's probably the most noticeable issue, especially right now, and that is how oversaturated and popular the site has become. By itself, this fact is not necessarily a bad thing. It is awesome that so many people are getting creative with how to make money and being able to financially support themselves, especially when there's a pandemic going on this year. So the fact that there's so many users right now is wonderful. However, the problem now is that the site has become so overpopulated that in return, it's made it super competitive and more difficult in the beginning starting out to gain an audience, because there are just so many other accounts for people to follow, and there are so many ways, speaking of money, that fans can spend their money and choose who to subscribe to, because their options are becoming endless in that way. So now you have a ton of new accounts that may have their subscription price lower than yours, maybe posting more, may have been on the site longer so they seem more reliable and have more content posted. So if you're starting out, this can be a super difficult problem because there are just so many other accounts. It's become more of a competitive place, especially with money involved, because unlike Instagram or YouTube or Twitter, like, you can follow and subscribe to as many people as you want and it's not necessarily going to hurt you. But with OnlyFans, if you are a consumer of that, you have to be a little bit more careful with how you spend your money, and you may be choosing wisely in that way. So maybe this means that having a free account or like a free trial is a way to grow and to gain people's engagement and trust and see if they like your content. If you go back and watch my very first OnlyFans video where I tried it out for a week to see what would happen, I say that very first night that I wanted to give it a try before it became too mainstream. And what I meant by that was too competitive, before it became so popular that everyone was doing it and it was harder for me to start out. But back in January, not as many people have heard of OnlyFans, and so I knew I wanted to try it before it became very popular and harder to grow, which ended up happening at this point in time. But this is a problem because it now means that you have to promote your account even more than you would have in the past, because fans now have more options with how to spend their money. So you have to get your link out to as many places as you can. You should be doing this anyway, because fans now have more options with who to subscribe to and what to spend their money on. So highly recommend promoting anywhere and everywhere that you can, once a day, twice a day, as often as you can. And if you are still struggling, like I said, I do offer shout outs, so I can try my best to also help you promote your account. Speaking of promotion, the second biggest problem with OnlyFans is not every social media site is OnlyFans URL friendly. Platforms like Snapchat, Instagram, and I'm sure Facebook don't allow an OnlyFans URL to be linked or used on the site because it violates their terms. Like I've mentioned so many times in the past, when I tried to promote my OnlyFans on Snapchat, they deleted my account right away because I linked the OnlyFans URL, which, keep in mind, at the time had zero porn on it. Actually, it had zero content at all because I had just verified my account that night, so it was brand new. It had nothing explicit. It could have been any site and they still deleted it. For Instagram, I've seen a lot of consequences for if you link your OnlyFans URL directly on your profile. So this is why a lot of people use a link tree or any other structured bit URL that will put a ton of different URLs into one home base that people use on their platform, which can also make it very, very difficult to promote as well because it's a little bit more discreet and hidden for people to find. A lot of dating apps as well are catching on and seeing if you are promoting OnlyFans, they may delete you or ban you from using that account as well, which makes promoting even trickier than it was in the past because there are so many sites that just aren't friendly with it yet, which is so frustrating. The only site that seems to be OnlyFans promotion friendly is Twitter, so definitely take advantage of this. Use hashtags, be involved, like try to find engaging threads. I've heard a lot of people have had success promoting on Twitter, so at this time it seems like that might be the best place to promote just because they are one of the only few sites that are friendly with OnlyFans links right now, unfortunately. But you can always promote your OnlyFans in my comment section as well. I've also seen a lot of girls having success from this, so feel free to shamelessly plug your account down below. And like I said, I do offer shoutouts if that is something you are interested in. Now, the third biggest problem with OnlyFans that I have is the Bella Thorne scandal. So I'm sure a lot of you are very familiar with what happened. Just to summarize, Bella Thorne created an OnlyFans account. Within a weekend, she earned, I think, over $1 million. However, something that she did that a lot of people have problems with is she sent out a photo for $200 where she described it as being a nude, and then when people paid the $200 to see the photo, it wasn't what she said it would be. It was false advertising, which led to a lot of people very upset because they spent $200 expecting to see something that a well-established celebrity promised them it would be, and it wasn't. And so if you're out $200 for a photo that wasn't what you thought it was, you'd be pretty mad too. A lot of people contacted OnlyFans, they wanted refunds. It was a really big deal, and this made us, other creators on OnlyFans, look bad as well because now, you know, Bella Thorne is being called a scam artist. They think OnlyFans creators are scammers. It makes us look not very trustworthy with our content, and that a lot of people could also be doing this, which is horrible. So OnlyFans took action right away, and they took away the ability for us creators on OnlyFans to charge $200 for a photo, meaning that the new maximum price is only $100. They also made it really easy for people on OnlyFans to ask for refunds to get their charges back. However, now people are taking advantage of this, and then from a creator standpoint, this is a really big problem because myself included used to sell items on OnlyFans listed at $200. For me, it was very, very top of the line, the best thing I could sell and what I was comfortable with. And now that that ability is taken away, I'm no longer offering what I would offer at $200. I am losing money. Everyone's losing money. The problem isn't necessarily that she was a celebrity on OnlyFans for me, because in my mind, it doesn't matter who you are. If you want to make more money and start an OnlyFans, like, go for it. The issue that a lot of people have though is that she didn't need the money, and a lot of girls or people in general on OnlyFans are using it because that is how they are financially supporting them. Having a serious conversation here. Anyway, because that is how they are financially supporting themselves. And so to see a celebrity that already is making millions ruin the way that you are making money, it can be very, very frustrating, and I totally understand that. I mean, I was affected, and I know I wasn't affected as much as other people, and I am mad for you because she selfishly changed the way that OnlyFans works. There are people that are dealing with her consequences now that don't deserve to, and that has caused a really big problem on OnlyFans now because we are making less money than before, and it is a direct result of her actions. So yeah, it's a little frustrating. The next problem with OnlyFans is actually about the Trisha Paytas scandal. Now, not as many people might know about this one. I don't think this one was covered as much as the Bella Thorne one, so you may not be familiar with it. However, if you are, I will just do a quick summary of it. Basically, I believe at the beginning of summer, this one girl posted a video or social media content of some sort showing how much she was making based on referrals on OnlyFans, because Trisha Paytas signed up for OnlyFans using her referral, and she was making, like, I think it was $19,000 a month, which is just 5% of what Trisha must have been making that month, because referrals make 5% of what you're making. I think this girl knew Trisha Paytas. I don't know all of the details, so Trisha had no idea that she was still signed up under OnlyFans under somebody else's referral. So when this girl kind of bragged about how much she was passively making off of Trisha, I don't think Trisha realized that she was still underneath her referral. So she contacted OnlyFans and got rid of her. Living in the city. So Trisha contacted OnlyFans and removed her account as a referral from this other girl, which in return made her lose like the $19,000 that she thought she was getting that month. And she posted and she was really upset because obviously that's her money. She was probably supporting herself and her family off of that. A lot of people were mad for this girl because they, you know, saw it as her money that Trisha stole. But I kind of come from the standpoint of, okay, well, that's Trisha's money that she earned and this girl was profiting off of. Not to mention that who signs up underneath your referral is confidential information, so the fact that she posted this and kind of like outed Trisha as one of her referral links gets into legal trouble. I don't know all the details about this either, but I did see a few comments saying that she had no right to expose that Trisha was underneath her referral, so when she did, she could have violated something as well, and that is why Trisha got removed from her referrals. Either way, that is private, confidential. She shouldn't have bragged about it on social media because that's essentially how Trisha found out how she lost her referral income and why things changed for us as well. But because of the scandal and what happened, OnlyFans also took action and they changed the way that referrals work. So for people that are actually earning passive income on OnlyFans through referrals, myself included, it used to just be that you would earn 5% of the creator's income for a lifetime on OnlyFans, and ever since the scandal occurred, now you only earn 5% off of their first year on OnlyFans or their first 1 million. So it limits the amount of money that you can earn now, which hasn't directly affected me yet because I've just been using OnlyFans for about 9 months at this point, but it will affect me soon and I'm sure it will affect many others. It's just another way that OnlyFans is limiting the amount of money that you have the possibility of earning, which is super frustrating based on someone who may have a big following, their actions regarding this, which is frustrating. But it's a big problem because once again, this is another way that OnlyFans is causing you to make less money than you could have earned. And speaking of money, we cannot forget one of the biggest, most common problems with OnlyFans, and that is how they take 20% of your gross income. So because we are using their website, OnlyFans platform, they do have a fee. They take 20% of your earnings on the site. This is something that I've kind of just had to accept because yeah, we are using their platform and they have to make money too somehow for having this site and to keep their employees employed. But it does really suck when you see under your earnings tab how much you have grossly made in total and how much ends up in your bank account. For example, I have made about $82,000 so far this year on OnlyFans. However, OnlyFans took out their 20%, so I only earned about $65,000 out of the 82 that I have earned completely on the website, which I know is still a lot of money and I am very grateful for that, but it does kind of suck when they show you how much you actually made next to how much you're actually getting paid. And let's not forget that taxes haven't been deducted yet from that paycheck, so definitely be putting aside 25 to 30% of your earnings so that when you do file taxes, you will be ready, because if you are someone that's been self-employed like I've been with YouTube for a couple of years, this isn't anything new, but it can seem a little backwards if you're used to a paycheck where the tax is already deducted, because now that is up to you, so you get more money up front and you have to pay more during taxes instead of the other way around. I think another really big problem with OnlyFans that I've personally faced a ton is the misconception and judgment that people have when they find out you have an OnlyFans account, and they might immediately assume that you are posting certain things or doing X, Y, and Z when you may not necessarily be posting that, just because OnlyFans is known to be a pretty explicit site. And there's nothing wrong with that at all if you are posting that type of content. Honestly, if you got it, monetize it, like you do you get that coin, girl. But it does kind of suck when, for example, extended family around my age may find out through social media that I have an OnlyFans account and then tell my siblings that I'm doing porn, who tell my parents, who have a very uncomfortable talk with me when I'm literally not doing any of that. So it can cause a lot of rumors. The hardest part of having an OnlyFans for me personally is having people assume that I post parts of my body that I don't. Like, I may post a little bit of this, but maybe not a little bit of that. you know? And I think it's really important to set up boundaries with yourself if you are going to start an OnlyFans account, and have that talk with yourself to figure out what you are comfortable with and what you are uncomfortable with doing, showing, saying, posting, etc. Be sure that those boundaries are set, and never do anything that you are uncomfortable with online. But if you are comfortable and it makes you feel empowered or strong and financially independent, like, there is nothing wrong with that. I think OnlyFans does have the ability to be super, super empowering and a way for you to take back some control of your own body. And like, I will say personally, like, I'm pretty comfortable with showing my body online. Like, if you follow me on Instagram, you can probably see that through my posts, and that's because it makes me feel confident and good in my skin by doing so. I also think the female body is beautiful, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it, but it is your body, and it is something that you should never be ashamed for, or shamed for having, or looking like, or feeling like, because you are freaking beautiful. Females are goddesses. The female body is scientifically amazing what it can do, and aesthetically beautiful even throughout history. Like, think about ceramics and arts through different art periods, how we visually show beauty in art, and a lot of that includes nude sculptures or paintings of beautiful, like, nude women, and we look and teach these in school. Like, I was a minor looking at these nude bodies and getting A's on tests for saying how this is the depiction of beauty. Like, see, her plump skin shows that she's wealthy because she was able to eat a lot during some periods of time. Like, if you were plumper and had fat on you, it was a sign of wealth because you could afford to eat. And it was never something that was shamed, you know, in a painting. It was always something that was done out of beauty. And so in our history class, you know, we talked about that and the beauty and how it defined that time in history. Girls today are basically posing the exact same way and posting it to their OnlyFans account, yet it is seen so differently, even though it's just a more modern example of the art history that we've seen in the past. So there really should be nothing wrong with it. Also, if it doesn't include you and it doesn't harm you, you really should not be bothered by it. Like, you do you, I'ma do me type of situation. Also, not to mention, society has such a double standard, and when I first started my OnlyFans account and the type of content that I thought I wanted to make, you know, I really thought about Instagram accounts that I follow and how society kind of depicts this provocative beauty that we've curated through, like, the Kardashians, Kylie and Kendall, like Corinna Kampf, Tana Mojo, like those type of Instagram posts. Kendall Jenner could post a photo of her in a mesh top that shows her nipple piercings, and we'd be like, wow, she's perfect, that's so beautiful. Someone could promote their OnlyFans with the exact same photo on Twitter and we would hate on them. Yet Corinna Kampf or Kylie could post their ass on Instagram and get millions of likes, and people will call that beautiful, or like do fire emojis, or be like, get it girl. And that's the type of like motivation and support that we need, and that's something that I think we definitely need to work on, is like supporting other girls. If they are confident doing that, go for it, get your bread. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Girls post like bikini photos all the time at the beach, so this is just a stockpile of that, and they're monetizing it. They've just found a way to make money off of it. Like, literally the other night on Instagram, Allie and AJ posted a story of them with an I voted sticker topless, like over their nipple, and I was like, that's so cool. Like, I freaking love that because it's making a statement and it's aesthetically beautiful, and everyone was praising the post, and we see that as acceptable. So why is it not acceptable for me or anybody else on OnlyFans to be doing the exact same thing on that platform? Because like I said, we just found a way to monetize that. If you got it, monetize it. Shameless merch plug. Ooh, so I know that last one was a bit of a rant, but it does really frustrate me because there are so many times where people will ask me questions about it or kind of have more of a judgmental vibe to it. But honestly, it's literally the same stuff that I may have posted to Instagram or just sent to some girlfriends or my significant other. I'm just posting it somewhere else. I'm comfortable with doing that. I'd say it isn't any different than what the Kardashians are posting on Instagram, or for example, Allie and AJ's. And if we look at those posts from celebrities on social media and see that as something that is acceptable or beautiful, like, it shouldn't be any different for us on OnlyFans. Whew. But I think that's all I have to say regarding my biggest problems with OnlyFans. I tried to cover as many issues that I could, however, I'm sure I left some out. So if you can think of any more problems that you personally have faced on OnlyFans, please comment them down below. I would love to hear it and try to help you out. Again, do not forget to check out all my other OnlyFans videos down below as well. I tried to cover any possible topic or question that you may have regarding OnlyFans. If you have yet to sign up, don't forget to use my link in the description box. Don't forget to check out my merch. If you got it, monetize it. It doesn't have to be about OnlyFans. It's just if you want to be a self-employed person or start a business or something, if you have what it takes, if you have what it takes to open up a bakery, to be a real estate agent, to start your own lash studio, like, if you got it, if you got the skills, monetize it. I also have a merch coupon code for you. If you use the code ONLYFANS in all caps, I believe it's 20% off, so take advantage of that. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram because I always post about OnlyFans content when I can over there. I talk about OnlyFans on my podcast. There's just a lot of content everywhere, so I'll link everything in the description box, but definitely subscribe because I have more OnlyFans content in the future as well as normal other day vlogs. Looks like they're both tired out after fighting during the entire filming of this video and are finally taking a nap. Why couldn't they be like this when I started filming? Anyway, I'll see you guys next week with my new video. Bye! I was so hurt and upset that I never gave him another chance.